Hello, I'm Laura McNeil, the Executive Director of North Shore Community Action Programs. Welcome to our Spring Into Action Heroes Gala. Tonight, we are celebrating North Shore CAP's heroes, our community of friends, clients, donors, and employees. We are also celebrating NASCAP's special hero, Officer Rick Heath, with the Frederick Community Service Award. North Shore CAP is one of the leading anti-poverty programs on the North Shore. For more than 56 years, we have collaborated with North Shore residents to provide stability to the most vulnerable people in our community. Who are these people? They are our neighbors who need help keeping the heat on during tough times. They are frail elders who live alone and need someone to help them get dressed, prepare their meals, run errands for them, and to just keep them company. They are people who are homeless. We find them a place to live and help them get their lives on track. We are only able to do this work with local support. We rely on you, the heroes in our towns, who see the important work that North Shore CAP does. Tonight, we are going to have a good time celebrating the work of Rick Heath and our community, who sees every day how important it is to reach out and care. Tonight, we are going to celebrate our employees, donors and sponsors, and the people we help. Tonight, we are going to buy lots of raffle tickets. Who doesn't want to win $5,000? Tonight, we are going to bid on all the great auction items: a trip to Tuscany, the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, golf at Myrtle Beach, and so many other great items. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight.
Wow, that was a great video. And thank you very much, Laura, for that explanation about the value of what we do with the North Shore Community Action Program, which we'll refer to all night as NASCAP, because it's easier to say. And if you didn't watch that beginning roll, and you didn't see all those tributes to our honoree tonight, Rick Heath, then make sure you see the repeat performance of that tomorrow or whenever it's on again, because it's really worth its weight in gold. So many people care. Tonight is all about two things. It's about raising money, and it's about honoring a citizen of Peabody, an officer in our police force who's really given his all for this community and really deserves our recognition with the Senator Frederick Community Service Award. And I think we're going to have a great night. Remember, we need to raise money to help our families in need. What do you think, Dee?
Oh, Dave, I couldn't agree more. You know, NASCAP does so many great things in the community. We're going to have a great time tonight. We get to honor Officer Rick Heath. Great job there. And then also, but you know what? We're superheroes tonight, right?
I mean, really, come on. Right?
But you know what? We're going to invite everybody to join us, because everybody has the opportunity to be a community hero tonight. One of three ways. Just go online to the website and donate. You can bid on lots of great auction items, or for $25, buy a raffle ticket, and you might be lucky enough to win $5,000.
You know, there are a lot of people that have sponsored this event, and I want to just mention one of them right now. It is the Institute for Savings, which they're headquartered in Newburyport, right near where I live now, and they are an awesome organization. They have been funding charitable events since the 1820s, and part of their mission is to fund charitable events. So we want to thank them for being a sponsor this evening, and we want to give you a little more insight into what it is that NASCAP does. Laura did a great job, but I think this next video will help you understand it even more.
North Shore Community Action Programs Incorporated, or NASCAP, is the designated anti-poverty agency for Beverly, Danvers, Peabody, and Salem. We also serve 18 other communities throughout Essex County. Our goal is to empower people to achieve social and economic stability through services and education in partnership with the community. We assist our clients in 5 key areas: gaining education and training, achieving economic stability, housing assistance and preventing homelessness, energy assistance services, and home health care. At NASCAP, we assist low-income families in obtaining the skills and knowledge they need to become economically independent and live with dignity. Just ask Carmen. Carmen immigrated to the United States looking for better opportunities and experienced serious hardship upon her arrival. These circumstances required her and her family to seek help through NASCAP's Family Emergency Shelter Program. Having 2 young children, she had to do something to improve her situation and quality of life. After NASCAP helped her move out of the shelter and into a permanent home, Carmen took advantage of other services to help stabilize her situation, which included NASCAP providing assistance to maintain her housing, weatherizing her home, and helping her with her energy bills. Carmen was now able to support her family, but she wanted to take control of her future and really improve the lives of her children. Through NASCAP's other programs, she then attended English classes and received specialized job training. With hard work and perseverance, she was able to increase her fluency in English and learn the necessary skills and tools to become a successful home care aide. Eager and confident to start work in her new field, she landed a permanent job with benefits as a home health aide. Carmen is now able to provide for her family and has goals that are well within her reach. She is considering attending college to become a nurse and is working towards her U.S. citizenship. Every year, NASCAP helps over 10,000 individuals like Carmen lift themselves and their families out of poverty. Partnering with low-income residents, local government, businesses, faith communities, schools and colleges, and other health and human service providers, NASCAP continues to serve North Shore community members, addressing as many of their needs as possible. NASCAP recognizes that when we help our neighbors in need, we strengthen our whole community.
Another great video that talks about what some of the programs NASCAP is involved in. I think, Dave, so many people know 1 or 2 programs that NASCAP does, but there's just so many, and I'm so glad we get to talk about them tonight.
Yeah, it's really awesome to see that video and to really understand it. I think it's one of the best kept secrets in the community, I think. So.
Absolutely. And I'm so proud too that this year, again, I got to be the gala chairperson, and I work for Salem 5. Salem 5 supports their employees being involved in the community, and through sponsorships like this, we are able to help strengthen the communities and the people who work here, much like Carmen you saw in the video. And that's important.
Yes, definitely. We couldn't do it without the sponsors.
Absolutely. And there are other ways to help. So tonight you can bid on some great auction items. If you missed the preview where we were scrolling the items, I'm going to quickly just go through a few things here. We've got Bruins tickets. Now, who isn't looking forward to getting back in the game again, right? 2 tickets to the 21-22 season, your choice of the game. You can also learn to ride at the Motorcycle Riding School of Beverly. How about a private wine class for 20, Dave, at Total
All right.
Wine?
This is something that you got to bid on. I've done one of these, and they're perfect.
Yeah.
They're perfect. You bring in some food. They let you try a ton of different wines. A lot of fun.
Awesome.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, and and you just need a few friends, right? Go in on it together.
As a matter of fact, I am available for any night that anybody wants to invite me.
Me too. We also have family memberships at the YMCA of Metro North, which includes Peabody, Saugus, the new place in Lynn that just opened, as well as Melrose.
Oh my God, when you see that new facility, you'll want to be a member there, you'll want to participate, and this membership will take you across the board.
Absolutely. And then we also have another one for the YMCA of Metro North, which is North Shore YMCA, Beverly, Gloucester, Ipswich, Haverhill, Marblehead, Salem, and even Plastown, New Hampshire.
So no matter where you live, you can get fit. You know what I'm saying?
And after COVID, a year of COVID, we all need it,
I mean,
right?
you all want to look like a superhero, right?
And for the kids, we've got a week of summer camp. All right? We're all looking for something for them.
And I would tell anybody, if you don't have kids, buy for the grandkids, buy for the nieces, buy for the nephews. It doesn't matter. It's awesome.
Yep.
Those camps sell out quick. We've got a very treasured membership for that camp, so please
And
take advantage.
different theme weeks, right?
Yes.
I'm a little partial to the Superhero Week.
Superhero Week. Yep.
But let's get on to the fun stuff,
Okay.
right? We've been cooped up for a year. People want to get out. They want to travel. There's that Bourbon Trail in Kentucky.
Okay, so there's a little bidding going on there right now between people. I've been on the Bourbon Tour, but this is a really cool one. So please don't stop bidding, but I guarantee you I'm going to keep bidding.
Absolutely, right? And if you want to get out of the country, we've got a luxury trip to Tuscany, Italy.
I've heard there are some people that really are digging this trip.
Absolutely.
I mean, Tuscany. What more can you ask for? Food, wine, the whole ambiance of being in Italy. Time to go.
Absolutely. Let's face it. And, a few months from now, everyone will be vaccinated. The borders will be opening up again, that type of thing. So start bidding now, because your bid is not only going to help yourself, it's also going to help people in your community as well. But if you're not looking to travel that far, we've got some things a little closer to home. We got Golf for Four at Myrtle Beach.
And if you're one of those golfers out there that really enjoys the game, and I call it hit and run, but for those that really play the game, beautiful course.
Absolutely.
Place to go.
Yep.
Nice to be.
Or the Vermont Brewery and Spirits Tour.
Okay, I don't want people to think bad of me. But I am bidding on that too.
We picked a lot of really good items, I think, for this. And then a little bit closer to home, we've got the staycation in Salem. Okay, so again, Hawthorne Hotel, lots of tickets to local attractions. Great way if you're going to have family come in over the summer, or you know what, you just want to change a pace for you and your kids.
And again, Notch Brewery, Deacon Giles Distillery, you can have it right there.
Absolutely, and you don't have to go anywhere. So bidding is open until 8:30 tonight on all of the auction items. The $5,000 raffle will close by 8 p.m. and that winner will be announced tonight. So keep it going there.
Go for it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. And just think, every dollar that you pay, don't bid low, bid high. Every dollar you donate for that item is going directly to help families in need. So please, 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 bid it up.
It's a win-win. And, I also want to give a shout out to Greyvock, because you're one of our premier sponsors tonight. So Dave, just share a little bit about why NASCAP?
Well, that's an interesting question, and a lot of people have asked me that, particularly around Greyvock. And I said, well, NASCAP to me was one of the best kept secrets in the city until Laura had come to me and asked if I wanted to be on the board, and I got a chance to know and understand all the good that they do, whether it's housing, helping the homeless, feeding the hungry, keeping the elderly in their home, keeping homes, safe and warm for people. I was just totally blown away. And people think sometimes, that you come from a certain amount of background and whatever, but, this program helps people who are on the edge. And if you're like me and like Kathy, you've lived on the edge once or twice in your life, and you know what it means to need, and you know how special it is when somebody gives. So for us to give back is very important. So I'd ask all of you, friends of mine out there, anyone, please help us give back.
Yeah, well, on behalf of NASCAP, I'm just going to thank you for your support, because it's been instrumental just even throughout this whole event and getting this up and running too. So thank you, Dave.
Well, we love to do it. We love the fact that it's helping people all across the North Shore, and that it's going to support a lot of people who have a lot of need. So please, 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 I can only ask you so many times, bid, buy raffle tickets. We're going to do a fund to need. Get involved, because it's important. These are your neighbors. These are people that you know, and you may not even know that they're in need, that this group is helping. With that, we're going to talk a little bit about the other reason why we're here tonight,
Yes.
which is this great guy called Officer Rick Heath. I know him as Rick. He has been an officer for many years in the Peabody Police Force. Super guy, and a super good recipient of this award. I'm thrilled that they're giving this award for community service to Rick. He spent many a year roaming the streets helping people you know, all behind the scenes, doing things that people don't even know about. And I think this next video will give you a real perspective of why Rick has been chosen for this award and why he deserves it so much.
Good evening. My name's Tom Griffin, and I'm the Chief of Police here in the City of Peabody. We're very proud of the fact that Officer Rick Heath is going to be receiving the Fred Berry Community Service Award, and I'd like to thank Laura McNeil and NASCAP for giving us this honor at the police department. I've known Rick for a very long time. When I worked in Salem as a detective, we did a number of cases together when he was a detective here in Peabody. In 2014, I became Chief of Police here in the city. Chief Bob St. Pierre had recently assigned Rick to his community policing post down at the square. Rick was given the ability to make this position into something that he felt would best serve the community down there. He's done an outstanding job. He works really close with the business community, and he has a way about himself that makes people feel very comfortable when he's dealing with them. He is able to help out a lot of the different community members in a non-judgmental way.
On behalf of the PCMA and so many folks in Peabody, it's my delight to affirm Rick for the Senator Rick Berry Community Service Award. I only got to meet Senator Berry a few times, but in experiencing him, I recognize the characteristics that made Senator Berry a legend in Officer Rick Heath. I first met Officer Rick Heath here. Rick came because he's part of the community policing that cares for the different parts of town, whether it's schools or downtown. And I was immediately disarmed by Rick. He was genuine and showed a remarkable interest in human beings. He knew the homeless people in town, not because he could tell you who they were or where they went. He could tell you their names and their stories.
Rick is a very caring individual. He treats people with respect. Our homeless community really trusts him. When they look at Rick, they don't see a man with a badge. They see a man that will go the extra mile, because that's the kind of man that Rick is.
He has done a wonderful job for the homeless and those in need in our community. Being part of Calvary Baptist, where we're able to feed the homeless once a week or those in need, it's been great just to see him working with them. I think the one word that comes to mind is he's an advocate for them. They depend on him. They're always asking for help if they have a problem with safety, or they're concerned, or they need something. They have no problem asking to know where he is, or if they can talk to him.
Officer Rick Heath is one of those remarkable police officers in America today who's uniting people, who's standing up and serving. He brings people together.
I'm so grateful that you are being recognized, and it is a very well-deserved recognition. We appreciate all of your hard work each year when it comes to organizing the Special Olympics Massachusetts Peabody Holiday Torch Run, Walk Run, and you were always willing to take on anything to make the event a success, and did a great job organizing all of the logistics to make it as smooth as possible. And I appreciate the time that you drove me around in your car to explain everything to me, to make sure I was all set as well, which was really thoughtful of you. I know your work in the community goes well beyond Special Olympics, and I think that the Peabody community is very grateful for the work you do, so congratulations.
For those who don't know, me and Rick went to high school together. We went to the police academy together back in 1988. We've been friends ever since. And Rick has been so instrumental in helping us out with the Special Olympics up in our area. Chief Griffith has allowed him to work with us on the Peabody Holiday Torch Run, the Cruiser Convoy, Cops on Top, and anytime I needed anything for Special Olympics, Rick was always there to help out. So Rick, again, congratulations on this award. It's well deserved, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you in the future at one of our events. Thanks a lot.
I get a lot of positive feedback from the community that he works with, and I would just like to say thank you very much to Rick for all the hard work, and congratulations.
Just glad to see him honored tonight, because it's well deserved.
He's an asset to the community, and I feel very lucky to know him. Thank you, Rick, for everything you do.
Rick cares for our Peabody, and he cares for each of us in it. What a delight to call him a friend And what a great privilege to affirm him for this award. Thanks, Rick.
Isn't that amazing? You can see why we've chosen Rick Heath to be the recipient of the 2021 Frederick E. Berry Community Service Award. When I mentioned it in my Rotary meeting early in the planning stages, I'm not kidding, almost everyone in the meeting went around and had a story about Rick and what a great job he does. And it really confirmed for me that we definitely had the right guy. The Frederick E. Berry Community Service Award is in honor of Senator Fred Berry, who served in the state legislature for 30 years, 9 years as the Senate Majority Leader. He lived an exemplary life of community service, not only in the legislature, but also in his works that he did around the community, working with the disabled, working with Special Olympics, doing food drives, supporting all the nonprofits in the community. And we are so very pleased to be able to give this award this year to Officer Rick Heath for his work at NASCAP with the homeless. For us, that's what's really near and dear to us. The men and women who are homeless in the area. He works with us, they trust him, and we are able to get them housed because of his support. They trust him, they know him. When he says, yeah, NASCAP's good, they believe him, and they come and they work with us. So, Rick, on behalf of all the homeless men and women in downtown Peabody who are now housed, and on behalf of all the other people that you've helped downtown, the businesses and the residents, we thank you, and we are very honored to present this award to you.
Thank you, Laura. And thank you, everybody, for your support. And special thanks to Claudson. Keep up the good superhero work. Thank you, Claudson.
Rick, first of all, congratulations on your award. Outstanding work. This flag, Congressman Seth Moulton had flown over the U.S. Capitol in your honor on behalf of the congressional delegation from the state of Massachusetts and at the request of Laura. And I want to present this to you in recognition of your hard work and outstanding duty that you do for the citizens of Peabody, particularly in the downtown area. So thank you for all the work you do. We really appreciate it at the police department, and obviously everybody in the community does as well. So congratulations. And thank you.
Chief. Thank you. Hi, my name is Officer Rick Heath with the Peabody Police Department. I am overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected to receive the Frederick E. Berry Community Service Award. Thank you all so much for being here to share on this occasion. I am so honored to be recognized by members of the North Shore Community Action Programs as having made a difference. I would like to thank Police Chief Tom Griffin. I personally know the community impact relations experience Chief Griffin brings to the police department and citizens of Peabody from his previous outside agency command. Community policing within the Peabody Police Department has been an ideology of preferred action and objectives by officers for a long time, and until recently, community policing initiatives were funneled into one unilateral resource, one officer stationed at the North Shore Mall. Chief Griffin expanded the community policing post within the police department when he took office as Peabody's chief of police. Most, if not all, organizations which routinely change leadership roles make note of what is working and what is not. For organizational operations that are working, the goal becomes a matter of identifying what can be improved and how to improve it. By June 15, 2015, Chief Griffin transferred 3 officers into one unit under one command. The function of these 3 officers is to focus on community-related issues and solve problems. In June of 2015, I had served as a police officer for 26 years. During these 26 years, I had amassed years of patrol assignments and functions in the community and downtown business district. Routinely walking the beat, commonly referred to as walk and talk or meet and greet. It is the ageless process of police officers' interpersonal interactions with the public. For the last 6 years, I have had unrestricted focus on community issues and have partnered in a collaborative with community and civic leaders from all denominations. I work in conjunction with the collaborative on issues of homelessness and individuals dependent upon community-oriented actions being the difference in their life or death struggles. However, by virtue of my profession, and for all that is rewarding, there also comes a unique challenge. No matter the level of calls for service to the level of public unrest and political climate, no matter the circumstance, as a police officer, you are unequivocally committed to always being placed in the middle of society's conflicts. There will always come a time where the police will have a duty to act, where an officer's decisions to act or not take action can and oftentimes come with varying degrees of scrutiny from both the public and the department. An officer's duty to act sometimes comes with no other alternatives, sometimes viewed as the last resort, where the law has to be enforced. In most cases, however, everything above and before the last resort is where problem-solving skills and resources can and does make a difference, especially where mental health crisis and alcohol and substance dependency can affect many members of any community, with the hardest hit and sometimes overlooked homeless individuals with debilitating chronic dependencies that coexist. In order to help chronic homeless individuals in the community, a police perspective has to find a balance from the middle ground so as to address the concerns of all citizens and persons in Peabody. Once I am able to recognize the issues on both ends, I then can better serve the community through the collaborative efforts. Needless to say, recognition of this award is not by virtue of anything I did alone, as there are many others who deserve to share in this award, including my peers, the men and women of the Peabody Police Department. I wish to thank everyone who goes out there, day in and day out, and gives it their all for the betterment of others, regardless of one's walk of life, and demonstrates not only true professionalism, but kindness and compassion towards others. It is my belief kindness and compassion is the human spirit in all of us which can develop and can define who and what we are to each other as a community. I believe in people who inspire kindness and compassion and teach others by example, as I may have unwittingly been guided by the very person who I now stand in honor of. In closing, it is an honor to receive an award representing of an individual who has dedicated their lives to helping others, as such the distinguished life and career of Senator Fred Berry. It is an even greater honor representing of the person who you know. As others honored before me, I too knew Senator Berry. In my years patrolling the downtown and walking the beat, it was not uncommon to see Senator Berry traveling the sidewalks between City Hall and Main Street here in Peabody. Beyond his distinguished accolades, what I remember most of Senator Berry was his unwavering commitment to engage with everyone whose path he crossed along his journey throughout the downtown. Whether it was a wave or a greeting and handshake from the senator, Senator Berry always asked and generally wanted to know how you were doing. In the countless times I shook hands with Senator Berry, it was always the same unforgettable look of kindness and compassion in his eyes as he drew me in closer to thank me and ask how I was doing. As of this moment, and as I accept the Senator Frederick E. Berry Award for making a difference, I see that the greatest satisfaction isn't a conscious thought that I even made a difference, but the realization by others that I have. For this, I am deeply humbled, and thank you all.
Wow, that was awesome,
That was
wasn't it?
unbelievable.
Hey, I know you're all at home, and I know you're all watching this, but everybody here in the studio, can we have a big hand for Officer Rick Heath? The man is amazing and deserves all of our admiration. Thank you very much, Rick.
Absolutely, Dave. And you know, I've worked with Rick for many years in downtown Peabody, and he is a mainstay. The businesses love him. You know, he's always present. He's always available, and he's always volunteering for our events as well. So very well deserved. And you know, Rick does join a very prestigious group of people who have received the Fred Berry Community Service Award, including Dave and Kathy Gravel, the first recipients, as well as Dick Goldberg, who was last year's recipient. And I want to give a shout out to Goldberg Properties Inspire Investments, who's one of our sponsors for tonight. And thanks to their support, 4 individuals will not be experiencing homelessness this year.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And everybody never associates what they're giving to what they're getting, what other people are getting, and I think it's a great thing. I
Yeah.
think it's good that people know this is what your money is going towards.
Absolutely. And again, dealing with homelessness is only one of the programs, but we're going to walk through a bunch of programs tonight. And one of the first ones we're going to feature is the Housing First program. It places homeless individuals who are living on the streets into housing. They're provided with supportive services to keep them housed. But to give you a better understanding of the impact, we're going to show you a video now about one man's journey.
Right here, this hole in the ground, is where I slept. I covered it with a piece of plywood at night to keep the rats out and to keep from being seen. I was homeless for 8 long years. The days are long when you have nowhere to go and you're carrying everything you own around with you. Not that I owned a lot, but what I did own was mine. The night that I found hope again, it started like every other night. I went to the church for dinner, and that's where I found out about North Shore Community Action programs. I bumped into a buddy I hadn't seen in a while. I was telling him how cold it was getting and how great it would be to feel like a person again and have a warm place to sleep. He told me about how he got hooked up with North Shore CAP by the pastor at the church, and that North Shore CAP helped him get into a small apartment. Of course, I didn't think North Shore CAP could help me, or that really anybody could help me. Thought I was beyond help, but my buddy pushed me to try, and North Shore CAP helped me get out of that hole and into my own place. They're still helping me, actually, to stay in my place. They check in with me as a friend would, and when I'm not doing so good, they support me and help me through whatever is going on. It's the kindness they show me that stays with me, encourages me to get back up. We need more of that in this world. I'm very grateful for North Shore CAP, and I know others that are too.
Dee, really,
No words.
thank you for bringing that to life for all of us. I mean, that was incredible. And I mean, really, folks, find it in your heart. Those are the people you're helping right there. You cannot ask for a more real example of what's going on and what happens when you're homeless and put out on the street. A hand is a hand. Let's do it.
Absolutely. So, again, go to those auction items, bid, buy a raffle ticket, fund a need, donate, because you're making a difference in people's lives with every click of that button that you do. I also want to recognize Rousselot of Peabody, Eastern Bank, and Conway Cahill Bruder Funeral Home, who are also sponsors this evening. And because of their support, 4 more individuals, just like in the video, will have housing for 1 month and not have to worry about living on the street.
Thank God. Thank you to those sponsors. Thank you very much for doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. And so, again, that's just one part of the program. So NASCAP also has many funds to prevent people from becoming homeless, too. So now we're going to hear from Erica Castano, the housing coordinator, and how a single mom benefited from NASCAP's programs.
My name is Erica Castano, and I work at the COR Community Outreach Program. I am a housing coordinator, and my job is to help folks who call for assistance to apply for help with their back rent. A lot of the times we get calls from people that are seeking also help with their utilities. We help them also seek startup funds if they're looking for a new place in the community. We also have a caseload of folks that are seeking services like long-term housing, so we help them sometimes with them finding, a stable home to stay. We, do small case management, trying to get them, services like SNAP benefits, or, if they need SSI or anything in that nature, just trying to work with them, keep them stable, so when, the program does come to an end, they can, utilize the things that are out in the community. We also, help a lot of we have a HOPWA and JIR clients. These are folks that are HIV, and we help them, stay stable. We give them information for them for, whenever they need for their mental status, or if they're seeking help with, staying housed as well, because they be facing an eviction, and we try to do a homeless prevention application with them. and they can just reach out to us and we can, find the resources that they need for assistance. My success story is helping a young lady, a mother, a single mom of 3, staying in her home. She was facing an eviction, and we managed to work with the housing court to get her a plan in action so she stays housed and she doesn't lose her subsidy. So we were able to catch up with her rent, and we also gave her other resources so she can get help with the remainder of her arrears. So it made me feel very happy because I can just imagine me being a single mother, not having nowhere to go with my children, and that's just nerve-wracking for somebody. The most important thing is that we all go through it sometime. We like to make sure that people feel comfortable enough to share their story and that we're here to help. It is a community action and we like to help the community. That's our main focus, is basically helping them to feel that when there's a need that we can be there to assist them in what they're looking for.
My name is Karen Beaupre. I got 2 teenage boys, 19 and 16. Before NASCAP, I was put out into a homeless shelter out in Lowell through CTI. I finally got a transfer to come back down, and NASCAP had an open apartment for me, a scattered site. We were there for a little over a year, close to a year. I live in Beverly. I got my Section 8. I moved out of NASCAP scattered site, and NASCAP was wonderful through this year. I appreciate everything they've done for me. My worker helped me, told me what to do to get a 3-bedroom because my son has ADHD and he needed his own bedroom. And they were very helpful for that. They're very happy to be in their own place finally and have the separate bedrooms. They helped do all the stuff with the landlord, pay the first month's rent security deposit, to help getting the furniture for me. It's wonderful furniture. Now NASCAP helped me through during the COVID time too, because they supplied food, they supplied masks, they had it delivered right to the house. Hot meals were delivered, enough for me and my kids to eat once a week on Thursdays, and it was wonderful. And then a big box of food that they brought over during the COVID. They were very grateful too for NASCAP to have a roof over their heads and beds to sleep on, and for the food and the masks that they delivered. Thank you so much for being there for me and my family. And we're so grateful that we had a roof over our heads through NASCAP, and they've been wonderful through the COVID. And I thank them so much.
You know, Dee, when I first saw Karen's video, I was blown away. I was blown away because these are real people with real stories, and they're telling you about what really happened to them as a result of the generosity of people in this community. And I think what we need to show these real people is that we can be really generous too, that we can give back and help them. Remember, during this pandemic, a lot of things went down, and a lot of people reached out for help. And we need to be able to fund that help, and we need your support to do it. So we're giving you lots of ways to do it. We're giving you auction items that you can buy and then go enjoy trips and meals and everything else. And we're giving you the ability to join in a raffle and win $5,000 for a small donation. But there's another way you can give. If none of that interests you, there's a button, a red button at the top of your screen. It says Donate. And in there you'll find Fund a Need. And if you push that button and go to Fund a Need, and if you're able to give $2,500, I know it's a lot of money, but $2,500 will do a lot for helping our clients make sure that they have the rent that they need to survive through this pandemic. And it's a real problem, it's a real issue. So please, $2,500 will provide 2 months of rent for some of our clients, and that's an awesome thing. Or it will provide other assistance that they need. So please, I see that I'm getting the signal from Kara back there that we've got people that are donating $2,500. I thank you for doing that. Please continue to do that. If you can afford it, please do. And, you know, we have a cold night. I'm going to do what you did, Dee. We have a cold night, and it's a reminder that one of the major programs that NASCAP runs is fuel assistance. You know, a lot of people have to make decisions between staying warm and eating. And that's a tough decision. So I'd like to, you know, show you a video on our fuel assistance and energy conservation program by Dan DeAngelis, who's the program director. I think it'll give you an awesome idea of what we do.
Hi, my name's Dan DeAngelis. I'm the director of the Fuel Assistance Program at North Shore Community Action Programs. North Shore Community Action Program's Fuel Assistance Program has helped thousands of income-eligible households pay their winter heating bills for over 50 years. Known for providing assistance to North Shore residents, the program processes over 4,000 applications every year, including 500 first-time applicants this winter alone. We provide benefits to residents living on fixed income, including seniors and people living with a disabling condition. Veterans, single parents, working families, many often holding several jobs just to make ends meet. Those out of work, and those relying on unemployment benefits, small business owners, and so many more of your neighbors throughout our community. Our benefits are available for renters and homeowners. We pay oil, kerosene, and propane deliveries, as well as National Grid gas and electric bills and municipal light bills from November 1st through April 30th. Eligible households may receive up to $1,200 in assistance, which is paid directly to the utility, municipal light company, or the many locally owned oil and propane companies we rely on to keep our clients warm. In addition to paying heating bills, eligible households are enrolled in National Grid's low-income discount program, which will provide a 30% savings to our clients year-round. Eligible households are also referred to NASCAP's Energy Services Program, where they may be eligible for additional services, including a no-cost energy audit, insulation and weatherization upgrades, even heating system repairs and replacements. This past year, NASCAP's Fuel Assistance Program has paid over $2 million in heating bills on behalf of our clients in Salem, Peabody, Beverly, Danvers, Marblehead, Middleton, and Topsfield. Over 70% of those who come to NASCAP for help receive assistance from the Fuel Assistance Program. At NASCAP, we believe that no one should ever have to choose between providing food for their family or keeping warm. New England winters can be a burden on so many of our neighbors, and NASCAP's Fuel Assistance Program provides the financial support needed to help families stay warm and safe.
Good evening. I'm Andrea Tottlebaum, Program Support Specialist of the Energy Conservation Department here at NASCAP. We help income-eligible people conserve energy in their homes and save money on fuel, heating, cooling, and electricity costs. Typical weatherization activities include air sealing to reduce infiltration, attic insulation, sidewall insulation, floor insulation, pipe and/or ductwork insulation, roofing, and heating system replacements. While our AMP program, Appliance Management Program, their activities include refrigeration and freezer replacements, LED light bulbs, washing machine replacements, window air conditioning, and dehumidifier replacements. Why do we do this? It's really quite simple. As in a note from one of our clients who wrote, "Thanks again for all your help. I am so appreciative. Your kindness means a great deal to our well-being. Thank you."
Dave, unbelievable. Another video, another story about ways that NASCAP helps people. And as you said before, there's not one person among us who hasn't been down on their luck at one point or another and needed just a little bit of help to get back on track again.
And sometimes you think of these donations, you say, well, why should I donate? And these are the great reasons why you should donate. It's videos like that that remind us why we should give back, especially if you've been fortunate. Give back, help.
Yeah.
And again, it's another reason why I say NASCAP's, it's one of the best kept secrets, because they're working behind the scenes all the time, filling in the gaps for people we don't see.
Right.
But they're our neighbors, and they're here.
But you know who knows it's not a well-kept secret is our business community, because they come through every time and try to help sponsor and support our local nonprofits, in whenever they can. And a shout out right now to North Shore Bank, the Rotary Club of Peabody, and United Healthcare, because they're supporting us tonight, they're supporting NASCAP's mission, and because of their support, 3 families will stay warm all winter long with a full tank of oil, because as you said before, nobody should have to choose between feeding their family or staying warm.
I'm with you there.
Mhm.
I'm with you there. We've been monitoring the auction while we're here, and we want you to think again about participating in the auction. There's some great items there. They're great values. Please think about that. And if you yourself don't want an auction item, but you want to take a chance, raffle tickets. One raffle ticket could win you $5,000 in cash. That goes a long way to helping yourself as well as others. And, you know, again, the donate button, and we just talked about $2,500. If you can find $1,500 to help us fund a need, $1,500 can replace an old oil tank or fill a tank many times, and provide for a warm heating season for a family or a couple of families. And, you know, NASCAP can help in that regard. They get the money where it needs to go, and that's why we need you to do it. Now, we've been talking all night about, you know, different programs that NASCAP offers. One that I didn't know about, but that I found out about as I got on the board, was their Adult Education and Workforce Development Program. You know, so many people depend on learning English, becoming a citizen, and understanding changes in the workforce. NASCAP's there for them. Let's hear a bit from how this works with the director, James Henderson.
My name is James Henderson. I'm the Director of Adult Education and Workforce Development at North Shore Community Action Programs in Peabody. Our program is designated as an adult basic education program by the state of Massachusetts, but in fact, what we really specialize in is English as a second language, or what is sometimes called English for speakers of other languages. Our students are almost exclusively recent arrivals to the United States, and specifically the North Shore region. Having said that, we have students who travel to take classes at our center from quite a great distance to attend classes with us. We offer several different levels of programming, from very beginner to advanced. Within that programming, we have 3 basic, what we call foundation levels. And following that, we have programming specifically designed to help students enter the workforce. One of those programs is English for Banking. Another program is English for advancement in home care. A third program that we've been running for the last 3 years now is English for Advanced Manufacturing, which we partner with Essex Technical High School with. And then one other program that we're looking forward to launching is going to be English for the advancement of medical professionals. And most specifically, that's going to partner with a few different programs that are training the students to become certified nurses assistants, as well as to become EMTs. It's interesting, people always ask for a specific success story, but the biggest success story is the program as a whole and all the students that it's touched. We have something that I think is pretty remarkable in this particular endeavor, and that being teaching English to speakers of other languages. I think the biggest success is the way that it's really improved the students' lives, that we've really become more than just a place to come and have an English class. We've really become a center of the community. And that community is really thanks to the students as well as the teachers who make that happen.
So did you learn something?
Absolutely.
There you go.
And I got to tell you, Dave, in the current state of affairs, where so many businesses are struggling to hire folks, partner with NASCAP. All right, they're training these folks.
I know.
I mean, again, giving people a leg up to be self-sufficient. And again, because of sponsors like DePietro Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, a really good friend to NASCAP throughout the year. They're based in Haverhill, and their sponsorship allows an adult immigrant who wants to improve their English skills and find career opportunities in the United States.
You know, she almost said Haverhill. But she's a native, so she knows it's Haverhill.
Just kind of flows off the tongue,
know,
right? Oh, but before we go on, I have to point out that the Bruins tickets that are in the live auction, I think earlier I said there were 2. I was mistaken. There are 4 tickets to your choice of the game you want to go to in the 21-22 season.
Okay, Kathy, if you're watching, bid.
She's
Bid
going to
high.
have to fight John for that.
You know, we've talked about the auction, we talked about the raffle, and we keep hitting home. We need you to donate. We need you to come through for us. We need these funds to help people. So push your donate button. If you see that $1,000, the $1,000 in Fund a Need, that will help conduct ESL classes for our clients, and it provides career opportunities. It really helps to, you know, help people become citizens and help them become active members of our community. So push the button, give the money, $1,000, please. Now, you probably think, what else can this little agency do? Well, I'll
The
tell
little
you.
agency that could.
I would like to show you about the home health services in this video. This next video was put together by Program Director Liz Chavez, which helps some 200 seniors live comfortably in their home. And that's important. That's very important. For those of us that are reaching the age, you'll want to stay where you are. So please roll the video.
My name is Elizabeth Chavez, and I have been the program director at North Shore Community Action's home care program for 15 years. There are times when we all need a helping hand. NASCAP's home health care program is here to help. Our in-home services make it possible for over 200 elders and disabled individuals within our surrounding community to age in the comfort of their own home or that of a family member. Our dedicated and trained staff provide supportive care for those facing Alzheimer's and dementia, home health care, homemaking, personal care, companion, as well as companion with transport for those who require transportation to medical appointments or just a trip to the grocery store. We contract with all local vendors such as Elder Services of Merrimack Valley, Senior Care Inc., Greaterland Senior Services, and SCO to provide the best possible care to all of our consumers. If you are not eligible for services via your local elder service agency, you have the option to pay privately directly with NASCAP. Our private pay rates are competitive and determined based on your income. We look forward to hearing from you.
You know, Dave, the home health services, right? I mean, we all need them, as you mentioned before, and sometimes you just don't know where to turn. And they're right here in the community. And and if it can help a senior stay at home, somebody that might not have any family nearby, these services are available, but only because you can donate tonight and keep those services available. Again, our business community has been so great in helping, moving our mission forward here. So shout out to Legacy Financial, East Boston Savings Bank, John's Oil, New England Cabinets, and Holden Filling Station. Their support will give 10 low-income older adults loving care so that they can remain in their home this year.
That is really a cool thing to do. Thank you so much, sponsors, for doing that. And, you know, again, we've got that donate button, and we have the ability to feed 20 hungry families and people. We have the ability to feed people. $500. Push the $500 button if you would like to see that many people fed on your behalf. Offer a meal to somebody. It's the best. It's one of the best things that you can do.
Absolutely. And you know, again, we were so fortunate to have more sponsors, and their support helps other people as well. So Eastern Propane, Metro Credit Union, Community Software, Peabody Main Streets, and RTW Realty have all sponsored tonight and donated to the cause. And because of them, they'll provide safety to low-income families in the way of COVID-19 supplies. You know how expensive those are.
Yeah, and still going to be needed and appropriate for many, many months still to come as we all get vaccinated, as we've been fully vaccinated, as superheroes first. And but it's a critical time. It's a critical time. And right now, again, please, please, please look at your donate button, and what about providing us with, if you have passed all on all the others, look at providing us with $250. $250 will help us provide elder care to keep seniors in their home. Having somebody to go over and bathe and care for, help feed, and help care for a home, $250. Find it in your heart. You can do it. $250.
Doesn't sound like much, but it goes a long way. And I also want to say, Dave, that tonight we've gone through a lot of programs. I hope everyone at home has been educated about all the ways that North Shore Community Action Program touches the lives of so many people in our community here in Peabody and surrounding communities as well. And let's make sure that they can continue this work through this year and future years as well.
Right, because the work only continues if we have the funding to continue the work. And the only way we get the funding to continue the work is to ask you to help us do that. We're not asking you to go feed the homeless. We're not asking you to go pump fuel into somebody's house. We're asking you to donate funds so that this can be done on your behalf, and you'll make a big difference in somebody's life.
Right.
So we've been looking at the auction board, and we would really like to see people start to bid. We have till 8:30, I know. Don't be a last-minute procrastinating bidder. I saw a comment across the stage where Corey Jackson was challenging me, saying I should have a tablet up here and start bidding. Believe me, Corey, I will bid. I want you to bid too. I want everybody in the audience to bid. And I want them to challenge me. And on some of those items, believe me, I will challenge you. So please.
What do they think we're doing between breaks here when the videos are running, right?
Yeah, it's right here on my phone.
Absolutely. But the auction stays open till 8:30. The raffle will be closed in just a few minutes, because we're going to announce that winner of the $5,000 cash prize at 8 o'clock. So get your tickets out. Be ready to see, because you may be the lucky winner.
Well, I hope that's the case. It can't be me. And if my name starts to show up on that board, we'll take it down. Because in testing, I bought a lot of raffle tickets. So I might still be on that board somewhere. But believe me, if it's my name that shows up, we will not take it, and we will run it again.
There you go.
How's that?
Yeah. So why don't we invite Laura back up here to join us?
Hi, Laura. You have to maintain social distancing.
I know. I just want to thank everybody, and I want to thank a special donor. When we were giving the award to Officer Heath, we had a donor, a former law enforcement officer, donate a beautiful Hager watch for Officer Heath. With the table in the studio, it was awkward to hand it to him, so we did that off camera. But I want to thank the donor for the watch. It was really, really a very special gift from one law enforcement officer to another. And I want to thank you for participating. Deanne, Dave, you've been fabulous. This has just been a great night. I'm so grateful to all of you at home for participating and supporting the very important work of North Shore Community Action Program.
I just have one question. Do we get to keep the capes?
Of course you do.
Yes, that's your cape. That's your cape, but I get Captain America. And shout out to my Captain America buddy out there who's watching.
That's right. That's right. We had some superheroes at home. So, are we ready?
I'm so excited.
Ready?
We're going to start the raffle drawing now.
Who's that?
Danielle Hode.
Oh my God. What is it?
Daniel.
Daniel.
You know Daniel?
I don't know Daniel, but I'm happy for Daniel.
I wish I knew Daniel. So congratulations, Daniel. 5,000 smackaroos. And all for supporting a good cause. So we'll be in touch with you about how to get the cash. Well, maybe it's a check.
It'll be a check.
Yeah.
And before we close out, let me just please say thank you to everyone who participated tonight. We truly appreciate your participation. We truly appreciate your donations. And a special thank you and, a warmest congratulations to Officer Heath. You're truly deserving of this award, and I'm so glad that it was you. And last but not least, the donation site is open. The auction site is open. The auction site will close at 8:30. If you've been sort of hanging out and you didn't get to spend your money exactly on what you wanted to spend it on, now's the time.
Yep.
Just pour it in and let's do it.
Yep. You can still bid on the items. You can still donate to fund a need.
Right.
Absolutely. And Dave, on behalf of NASCAP too, I want to give a shout out to the team here at Greyhawk who helped orchestrate tonight's event. Everything was great, and we appreciate all the help and support they've given us along the way.
The voices sometimes you hear are the voices of some Greyhawk people, and they all tend to love to be behind the scenes and not in front of the camera. I don't get
We're going to have to work on that.
Yeah, we're going to that, so. But again, thank you very much, everybody. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend, and God bless you all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.